Back in 1987, Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvelous Marvin Hagler threw down in a highly anticipated middleweight title fight in Las Vegas. A glorious spectacle that captured the attention of the entire sports world. Hagler was a huge betting favorite, along with being a pick to win in the minds of everyone, save for one or two experts who were picking Sugar Ray Leonard to somehow pull it off. Hagler was the middleweight king, and he was coming off a crushing stoppage wins over Thomas Hearns and the last time out in a punishing affair for both warriors, John Mugabe. This was Leonard's first middleweight fight and his first fight in 3 years. Leonard insisted on 3 conditions for the fight that would be crucial to his strategy. First, the ring was to be 22 by 22 feet instead of a smaller ring. Second, the gloves were to be 10 ounces rather than 8 ounces. And third, the fight was to be over in 12 rounds instead of the 15 rounds favored by Hagler. Hagler was the bigger and stronger puncher of the two. This was his division, and it was imperative that he assert his dominance in order to win. If Marvin had a weakness, it was adapting to foes with speed and agility, who used the ring and kept the distance from his power. Given Leonard's skill and astonishing speed, Ray's sticking and moving would be key in giving Hagler major problems. As the underdog stepping up 2 weight classes, there was no question that Leonard had to rely on his boxing to clinch victory. Trading blows with the middleweight monster wasn't a gamble he could afford to take. A solid foundation for any boxer starts with footwork and agile movement. Aware that Hagler would be the aggressor, Leonard knew he had to emphasize lateral movement to evade being cornered against the ropes. Maintaining distance was crucial in his high-stakes matchup. With his superior speed, the outside range played to Leonard's advantage, allowing him to beat Hagler to the punch. By keeping Hagler on the move, Leonard thwarted his opponent's opportunity to plant his feet to generate that explosive power. From the outside, Leonard could easily read Hagler's initial punches, staying one step ahead in the dance of the ring.
Where he wants him. Missing.
The name of the game was all about sticking and moving. It was a classic dance of cat and mouse. Leonard would glide around the ring, waiting for the moment where Hagler stepped into range, then let off his punches before slipping away. This strategy disrupted Hagler's offense, keeping him from finding his rhythm. Leonard dictated each engagement, leveraging his speed to strike first and seize the advantage. Even when Hagler was able to deliver his initial punch, Leonard responded with 2 or 3 rapid-fire punches in return. He didn't need to land knockout shots, just short, precise hits that could sway the judges in his favor.
I'd love to know why he's not fighting as a southpaw. Watching him in the gym when he did that, he was getting nailed with straight left hand.
Right hand lead landed by Leonard.
Good combination by Leonard to southpaw. He's a little confused by Leonard, Tim. I mean, really,
Hagler thought he had him there. Good combination again.
To add to Hagler's frustration, when he did manage to close the distance, Leonard would tie him up, leaving no room for Hagler to unload his power punches on the inside. This tactic effectively stifled Hagler's momentum and forced him to grapple with finding ways to land his shots from the outside. Leonard's clever blend of sticking, moving, and clinching not only disrupted Hagler's rhythm, but also caused him to fall behind early in the rounds, surrendering precious points as Leonard danced ahead in the fight.
The supposedly stronger Hagler back. Richard Steele scored a couple of points for Leonard.
Leonard even got tricky as he exploited those fleeting moments of relaxation from Hagler in the clinch, adding yet another layer of frustration.
Now, nation.
Hagler's response to Leonard's elusive movement was to leap in with his punches. By launching himself forward, he aimed to intercept Leonard in the gaps of his lateral movement, striking Leonard when he thought he was safe on the outside. This bold tactic was one of Hagler's way of closing distance and disrupting Leonard's rhythm, launching forward to land decisive blows that would shift the momentum in his favor.
Straight left. Tim, he's looking to nail Hagler right hook.
Hagler still. I would say that this is almost a critical round for Hagler. He's got to make...
Hagler, the naturally larger man, made his presence known during exchanges, bulking up his confidence as he absorbed Leonard's quicker punches to return powerful punches of his own. His game plan was centered around asserting his size and strength, methodically wearing down Leonard as the fight progressed, knowing that sustaining constant movement would drain Leonard's energy. Hagler focused on digging into his opponent's body, delivering punishing shots designed to sap the endurance of the agile boxer. Each time he pulled Leonard into a flurry of exchanges and played into Hagler's hands, turning the tables and showcasing the advantage of his imposing frame.
A short left and a hard right from underneath, and that...
Here we see it again, Tim. A little closer range. There's that uppercut.
In the 6th round, Leonard began to slow down on his movements as he started planting his feet and committed more to his punches. The steady jab pumping, he kept Hagler at bay. The precise jabs set the stage for his power punches. With the distance unable to be closed, Leonard kept catching Hagler coming in. As the round came to a close, Leonard finished with the flurry of punches, pouring on the pressure to steal the round in the dazzling display.
Leonard punches back. 30 seconds to go. Down to Hagler. Final seconds of the 6th round.
Even when Leonard misses, Hagler's having trouble countering.
The middle rounds turned into a brutal showcase for Leonard as Hagler intensified his pursuit. With Leonard's once fleet-footed lateral movement now reduced to a slower rhythm, Hagler seized the opportunity to shift into another gear. He stalked Leonard, throwing thunderous, plummet shots that landed with devastating impact. The relentless pressure not only tested Leonard's endurance, but also showcased Hagler's ability to adapt.
With his gloves. Hagler just keeps plodding ahead in his workmanlike style.
Those are the solid punches.
Yep.
He has Ray in a little trouble now.
Bang into the body. Uppercut scored. Be an easy fight. He knew what to expect from Leonard. He may not have known what to...
The one punch that I'd be using if I was Hagler would be a straight left hand to the side. He hasn't been using that as yet. He's thrown out wide.
The inside was Hagler's domain, where he truly came alive. His stunning hooks found his mark. He relished the chance to punish Leonard's body, ruthlessly diving into openings. And if a gap wasn't there, Hagler created one. It was a ferocious assault. Despite Leonard taking the shots well, Hagler found his stride. As his fist was in a state of flow, he maintained continuous pressure.
Could be a telling round in that respect. Fishwork continues to be
Hagler was just so slow getting off when he has... But he looks for openings. By the time he looks, Leonard's gone. Don't hold it.
Leonard warned for holding again by Richard Steele. Again, Leonard flat-footed on the ropes, but Hagler straight down.
For Hagler.
Hagler into the Leonard corner. Short right uppercut.
He's nailing him now, Tim. He has to put that left hand.
Leonard in some difficulty, has him put up.
The 9th round drew to a close. The ring transformed into trench warfare. Both fighters standing toe-to-toe, locked in an all-out brawl, pouring their heart and soul into every punch. Neither man showed the slightest sign of retreat. Instead, they exchanged ferocious blows, giving as much as they can take.
Far side, again, Hagler gets the best of it.
Leonard is punching in desperation now, though, Tim. Real on. Yeah, but he tries to be tricky. Nothing's going to help. There it was.
And then Sugar Ray Leonard coming out of the corner where he had...
The championship rounds unfolded in a thrilling back and forth, each moment steeped in tension. Hagler dictated the pace, his aggressive style asserting dominance as he pressed forward, challenging Leonard at every turn.
Should be straight. There it is, wide again to the body.
At this stage of the fight, you might wonder whether Marvin wishes it was a 15-round.
Those uppercuts of Marvin's started to land now, Tim.
Yet Leonard was no passive target. He found his opportunities to box, landing clean punches and leveraging his agility to evade Hagler's onslaught.
Tim, I think it's solid punches.
Good flurry by Leonard.
Both warriors wore their hearts on the sleeves, showcasing an unyielding determination. The intensity of the action never waned. Each man poured everything they had into the exchanges, creating a threatening spectacle with every punch.
Besides one.
Point taken away from either of these fighters.
Hagler is just so slow getting off.
Wild miss on a trick play. Leonard has never been able to back up Hagler in this fight, even in the rounds.
Overall, the decision in Hagler vs. Leonard remains a divisive topic amongst boxing enthusiasts, with many still arguing that Hagler deserved the victory. It serves as a reminder of the complexities and controversies inherent in boxing judging. Boxing, unlike other sports, has subjective scoring and does not have visible running tally of points. Hagler was the aggressor throughout, and one of the criteria in boxing scoring is effective aggressiveness. Leonard went on to say he planted seeds of doubt in Hagler's mind, taunting him with the idea that outboxing him was a fool's errand. Hagler almost unconsciously surrendered the early rounds, attempting to engage with Leonard in an orthodox stance that didn't play to his strengths. Had Hagler embraced his natural bulldozing style from the outset, the tide of the fight might have turned in his favor.
Beautiful move by Leonard. He should be throwing that left hand down the pipe. Just did it in. But that's what he...
You can't deny what Leonard did was nothing short of amazing, being a welterweight that moved up 2 weight divisions to face the Boogeyman of the middleweight. Especially after only having one fight in the last 5 years prior to the bout. We can only wonder how the fight might have turned out if they both fought in the prime, or even if they had an immediate rematch. Either way, what's done is done. Regardless of the scoring, this was a super fight that truly lived up to its hype.
Motion.
Oh, escaped most of them. And Leonard flurries against Hagler. Point.
No, Tim, he's giving this round away, though.
Now Hagler with a little showboat. Some shuffle back from Ray.
Hey, Leonard, what a cocky kid.
But also showing that psychologically and physically now he's in control.
Tim, you know,
Leonard, but on his feet.
And new